Well, hey there, YouTube. Madam Roy back again. Thought I'd go ahead and do a vlog for you guys today. I wasn't really planning on doing this, but I got a surprise for you, so you guys got to stay tuned to see what that is. Everything's going okay. I've been really busy lately, as you guys probably know. I have a new job that I'm going to be starting the end of this month, and I'm getting everything prepared for that. It's one of the more, let's put it this way, it's more formal dressed pretty much than any other job I've had. So I actually had to go into my closet and look for some pants to wear. I actually found two pairs that actually still fit me. One is these, what would you call that? Like a tan colored khaki. And the other one are these beige pants here. You can see that right there. I don't know if the camera's actually picking up the right color, but these are beige khaki and the other ones right here are tan khaki. They fit okay. As you guys know, I've been losing weight, so actually these will still fit me for a little while, but if I lose another maybe 5-10 pounds, I'm gonna have to start looking for something smaller. The tan pair will last me a little bit longer. That one I think is a 44 waist, and that one still fits pretty good. Now, the one other thing I had to do was pick up some more belts. So I'll show you guys what I got, and I think you'll be kind of impressed on what I paid for these. Alright, so you can see them right here. This first one is a black belt. They're not the greatest quality. They are real leather. I got these are local roses, and I paid about 10 bucks a piece. This one is a 48, which is actually a little big for me now, but that's fine because, you know, I can always add more holes. My dad and I both have puncture tools, so as I start losing more weight, I can put a few more holes in there and actually make it fit better. And the other one here, I've already taken the tag off this. This is a brown leather belt. You can see it has like a gold belt clip on there. I don't know if that's not real gold. It's just what do they call that? It's just gold plated or gold paint, because I guarantee you within a month or so, part of my pants will be turning green because this is so fake. Don't laugh, I've actually had that happen before. So I got those two belts, and I have two pairs of pants to wear right now. I actually have about three or four other pairs that were given to me when I go up to my grandmother's. They have a clothing bank in their downtown area. Her neighbor goes there and works there 2, maybe 3 times a week. Whenever she sees big clothes come in, she picks them up for me. So she's been giving me these pants for a while. Unfortunately, a lot of times they're too long, so I have to bring them over. I have to bring a grayish pair and a black khaki pair over to the tailor and have them hem them up. Usually charge about maybe $5 or $10, so it's not too bad. Guys, I promise that surprise is coming really soon, so I'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes. Another thing I've been working on is I'm trying to do a backup for a friend of mine. This is a hard drive out of his laptop. This is a Toshiba model HDD 2H21. You guys all know how much I love Toshiba drives. This one is let me see how big this is. This is a 500 gigabyte hard drive. It's odd, the laptop itself was about 6 years old. It was one of the first Windows 7 laptops, and as far as I can tell, this is the original drive. I don't know if there's actually a date on here. It might be covered up by this sticker. The hard drive is still readable, but it is failing. It has quite a few bad sectors. Now I'm waiting on him because he needs to bring me an external hard drive. There's way too much data. Originally we were supposed to put it on a thumb drive, but there's just way too much data on that drive. I know there's at least 100 gigabytes of data to be backed up, and he said that he's going to pick one up and bring it over to me. And I've had a lot of questions from people about what do I use to back up hard drives. Well, you can go on eBay and you can buy these hard drive connection kits. They usually cost about $15, $20. But, you know, I figured, why spend that much money? All I did was I had an old external hard drive that went bad on me. So I removed the outer casing, and inside you have basically this. You can see the power brick is down there. The USB cable just plugs right into any computer. And this particular one is for SATA drives. And the nice thing about this will work with any SATA drive, whether it be a 2.5-inch laptop or a 3.5-inch desktop drive. And all I do is just plug it right in there, and then I can back up anybody's data that I need to. And this literally cost me nothing. Like I said, it was an old hard drive, external hard drive that went bad, and I just pulled the outer casing off, and I have this. So, you know, if you ever have the similar situation, these work just fine. Well, I'm going to head downstairs. I got to check on some clothes. I just realized I was running out of whites this morning. That's never a good thing. I think the cat's asleep for right now. I don't want to bother him. I know you guys like seeing Simon and LT, but I don't think he got a good sleep last night, so I'm not going to bug him. That sounds like it's still washing. Let's see what we got. Woo! You can see in there. I had to do a double rinse on this because I totally forgot to change the load size at first. For whites, because we don't have tons to do, usually I'll just stick it on medium, but I had it on super, so I have to let them soak because, you know, whites, they tend to get dirtier than most clothes. Especially the undershirts, because, you know, if we're working outside, you build up a sweat and you get that kind of ring underneath the armpits. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Well, I usually let it soak with some bleach, but since it was filled up with water, there wasn't enough cleaning power. Just let it soak and, of course, remove all the stains. So we're going to run it through one more time and should be good to go. Trying to figure out what else we're going to do today. That surprise is coming up. Just to show you guys, these are the other pants, the ones I actually have to bring to the tailor. This is like this is a grayish color one. Again, I don't know how the camera is actually picking this up, but you can see this one I actually have to have the waist brought in because this one's huge. Even though it's a 54 waist, it's only a 29 length. So this one actually don't have to do anything with the length, just the waist. And I really like these pair of pants, so I'm going to see if she can bring them in about, in this case, about 10 inches. I don't know if that's possible, but I hope it is. Next, I have this kind of grayish pair. And these are kind of outdated, but they're still really comfortable. These are 85% polyester, 15% wool. So another good thing about that is these don't wrinkle like the cotton pants do. And last but not least, I have this black pair, also I think made of either rayon or polyester, I'm not sure which. But this one has the really comfortable waist, so when you're a bigger guy like me, sometimes you have a problem when you wear a belt, it'll actually dig into your waist. Well, this kind of prevents it. This kind of meshed here, and it's a little bit elastic too, so it'll expand if I need it to, you know, if I've had a big lunch or something like that. So these are the three pairs that are going to be going to the tailor. I probably won't film there because they usually don't like it, but if once I get them back, I'll show you what they look like. Alright, got to head out to the car. I want to check the fluids and everything because that's something I haven't done for a while. I know I didn't make a video about this, but as you guys probably know, I did post this up on Facebook. I did wind up having to get new tires. With the patch we put in, worked for about an hour or so, then we realized that it was starting to leak air. So for you guys that are interested, the tires I got are Uniroyal Tiger Paw, and I asked my dad about them. He said they're really, really good quality. They have very, very good tread life. You can see they kind of have this ovaled groove pattern, and they're very, very good supposedly on ice and rain, which I really hope that's true because the other tires I had on here were not that good, unfortunately. I'm trying to think what kind they were. They were Tempest touring tires. These are touring tires too, but these are of a much, much better quality. Well, let's go do a cold start real quick. This car hasn't been running for a few hours. Of course it's going to start because it's warm out today. Open her up. Let's see. Boy, it is really, really warm in here. Try to keep the door open. That's one problem I have with this car. The door, the little piece of metal here, I don't know if you can see it right there. It's supposed to stop the door from closing on you. On these cars, it's not really that good. Because we're on a little bit of a slant here for drainage, the door tends to just close on me, especially if there's a wind outside. But enough rambling. Let's start this beast. And as you can see, she runs just as good as ever. Got the automatic climate control, very nice. And mileage on here is, let's see, 89,696. Having a hard time seeing it because of the light. And as you can see, I've been getting 16.3 miles per gallon, which, considering 90% of my driving right now is city, it's not all that bad. Not for a car with a big 4.6 liter V8 engine. Pretty nice exhaust note. Remember, this car is stock, so you're not going to hear anything too loud. And this is, unfortunately, the single exhaust version, not the dual exhaust. Let's go under the hood and see what we got going on. You can see Dad's working in the garage right now. Still working on that Hurst Olds. First thing I'm going to do is check the power steering fluid, which in a Lincoln Town Car is right here. And you have a little window here to show you that the fluid is to the top, so that's good. Brake fluid looks good. The max is up here, so I might add just a tiny bit. But as I recall, it's been like that since I own the car, so I don't think anything's actually leaking out. Another thing I'm going to check real quick are the terminals. I've had GM cars for a while, so usually the terminals are on the side. Now, the normal cars have them on the top like this. And what tends to happen is you start getting corrosion around the edges of the terminal. These look pretty good, but after a while, I'll get a brush and just kind of clean these up. You see the battery I have in here is in Autocraft Gold, which has 850 cold cranking amps, which is actually a lot. I mean, this is probably a mid to high range battery. That's cold cranking at 0 degrees. Cold cranking at 32, which doesn't get below here that much, is 1,000. And then the reserve capacity is 150. So definitely a good quality battery. You can see it's still fairly new. It's from September 2012, so pushing 3 years, but still should be good for a while. Go ahead and check the coolant real quick. Built up a little pressure already. Yeah, that looks pretty good. If you look on the side here, you can see that it's right where the cold is, or just a little above. That's good because this is a cold engine. And I'm going to check the oil and the transmission fluid off camera because it's too hard to hold this and do that on camera. And then just going to check the washer fluid real quick, and that looks good. All right, so I think we're ready to go. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you guys is I was having an issue with this belt earlier. I thought there was a problem with the pulley. What actually happened was when I had filled this up with oil once before, a few days ago, I put a little bit of oil in because I thought it was low. I must have spilled oil on the belt, and that's why it was squeaking. 2 days later now, the oil's dried and the squeaking actually went away. I just checked the oil and the tranny fluid, and they're just fine in here. And one thing I wanted to tell you guys, I think I've mentioned this before, but it's definitely worth mentioning again. In these Lincoln Town Cars, the tranny fluid dipstick is actually hidden way back here under the rubber seal for the hood. So if you guys have a town car and have no idea how to check your tranny fluid, look right there. That's where your dipstick is. Now in the case of my dad's car, he couldn't find it because his dipstick was actually missing. We got to hit up the local U-wrench it and try to find one of those, because there's a chance if a transmission builds up enough pressure, that fluid might start spurting out. And as you guys can see, this is the surprise. We are actually going out for a driving video in this Dad's 1965 Mustang convertible. It's the first time it's actually been out all year. See Dad's wiping it off right now. This is a really nice car. I'm going to do another better review of this car at a later date, but this thing runs so beautifully. Picked this up about 10 years ago. It's got the 289 Ford V8 engine. He actually had the transmission rebuilt in this a couple of years ago, so it absolutely runs beautifully. Got the upgraded Krager wheels on there. You can see the 289 badge. Just a really, really nice running car. You hear it's at a high idle because it's actually warming up. You probably just heard him start it in the background. That was just a couple of minutes ago. So let's go for a ride, everybody. No problem. Brakes are a little sticky.
No.
Awesome. Some film on top of the convertible part. I don't know if you guys are hearing that wind or not. You have any idea who that was? No. Me neither. I guess just common courtesy, though. As you guys can see, it is trash day for us. It's like there was end recycling. Looks like the recyclables came to get picked up and out the trash. Here we're heading on the highway. This car is really smooth for a 65. We got the train down the middle of the highway. I'm not sure why they're just stopped there. This is that time's right. Should be heading down to the port right about now. So we're traveling right around 65. And she's smooth as can be. I actually have my elbows sitting on my leg, so any motion you're seeing in the camera, that's the only thing this car is doing. It's very, very smooth. Got an old audio box AM/FM cassette deck, which will be replaced because the cassette part doesn't work anymore. Well, we're almost to the destination. We're heading to our local state farm. Got to get some pictures taken of this car for insurance purposes. Not too many people here. That's good. We'll get some pictures taken, and then we're going to be heading home in about a half an hour or so. All right, as you can see, we're heading out of State Farm right now. All right, we're going to go get something to eat real quick. We're trying to figure it out. What do you think?
We'll go Popeyes.
Yeah, we're going to go to Popeyes to have that red stick chicken again, because it's only a limited time. I think to the very end of the month, they said they were going to do away with it. So if you guys like that as much as we do, make sure you go on to Popeye's website. I'll leave in the comments section that you really enjoyed that red stick chicken. I actually haven't done that yet, but I'm going to do it once I get home. And maybe they'll keep it on the menu permanently. Here we are pulling into Popeye's. Boy, they are really, really slow today.
It's after lunch already.
Yeah, it's true. People around here are usually pretty prompt at eating at noon. Yeah, looks like they still have it. I see the banner up there. $3.99. Well, I got quite a few cars in here. Should probably park in the corner here. Awesome. Time to eat. All right, just got out of Popeye's. Whew, it was just as good as last time. She kind of hinted, the lady behind the counter kind of hinted that they might be keeping it a little bit longer than a month. So here's hoping, because I think they're going to do really well with this red stick chicken. It's really, really tasty, and for those of us with a spicier palate, it's up there. Believe me, it's one of the spiciest fast food chickens that I've ever had, and it's all white meat, whole pieces of chicken. Absolutely delicious. So we're gonna head over to the bank, and then we're probably gonna head home. So talk to you guys when I get home. All right, well, as you can see, I'm back home. Got the Mustang over there in the driveway. I didn't film on the way back because I actually drove it home. Forgot how nicely that car drives. Oh my gosh. It's a 65. You would swear that you were driving a brand new car. That's how smooth that is. Well, I don't have much else to talk about, so I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.